Vice President J.D. Vance called for a reduction in legal immigration while speaking at a Turning Point USA event in Mississippi. Erika Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk, also appeared at the event with the vice president. Listen to a part of what Vance had to say.
I can believe that the United States should lower its levels of immigration in the future while also respecting that there are people who have come here through lawful immigration pathways that have contributed to the country. But just because one person or 10 people or 100 people came in legally and contributed to the United States of America, does that mean that we're thereby committed to let in 1 million or 10 million or 100 million people a year in the future? No, that's not right.
CBS News Executive Director of White House and Politics, Fin Gómez, connects with us now from our Washington bureau. Good morning, Fin. It's an interesting argument from the vice president. Legal immigration has been a backbone of the country since it was founded. But help us understand the significance of the vice president appearing at this event last night.
Yeah, Vice President Vance made headlines last night, Errol, at Ole Miss University, appearing at this packed Turning Point USA event that also doubled as a tribute to the late Charlie Kirk, as you said, who was, if you recall, a close friend of Vance. But Vance took the stage to the chance of 48, which, Errol, is a reference to him potentially becoming the 48th president of the U.S., according to the crowd. He laughed off the enthusiasm from this young conservative crowd, saying, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But he also struck that populist tone, something very big that emanates from the administration. He called, as you said, for a reduction in immigration overall. Of course, that's a key issue for this administration. He also emphasized the importance of Christian values, warning against what he called a, quote, perverted version of Christianity promoted by secular liberalism. The event is part of this Turning Point USA tour, but it drew thousands of these young conservatives, and it does show, Errol, it just underscores his rising influence with that part of the party. So it was significant in that sense as well, and also just seeing the reaction from the crowd to him, I think, was notable as well.
And Turning Point USA was crucial in getting President Trump reelected. The late Charlie Kirk was friends with Vance. They mobilized young people across the country to get out and vote. So should Vance seek the Republican nomination in 2028, how crucial do you think Turning Point USA will be to him?
And just to add to your amazing question, Errol, I do want to say that Vance was also the big reason that he is vice president was because of Charlie Kirk.
Right.
Kirk really pushed for him to become that and lobbied the president at the time, and so a big part of that. But if Vance does seek the Republican nomination in 28, TPUSA could be a pivotal force in a potential Vance campaign. Kirk had already named Vance the top contender among young conservatives, praising his ability to connect with Generation Z and millennial voters through his messaging and the shared core values that the organization has. But it's really TPUSA's massive youth infrastructure that reaches out to potential voters on campuses, on national chapters, and really through their social media content. So Vance would have a direct pipeline, Errol, to energize and mobilize that next generation of Republican voters. And if you recall, Errol, President Trump has already floated his name as someone who could take that MAGA torch in 2028.
Right. All right. Interesting stuff. Fin, thank you very much.
Thank you, Errol.